This is the Blue News. Oh, yeah. Hey, y'all. Yes, we're back like we never left. Now, hold up. This next one right here is heavy. Let's make that clear. On Wednesday in Florida, the feds hit the scene, a church house surrounded, lights red and mean. Two leaders in cuffs, Brannon and Taylor by name, indicted on conspiracy, a multi-million-dollar game. They ran call centers from state to state, Florida to Texas, Missouri, Michigan's gate. Ooh, Michigan's gate. Volunteers worked long hours, no pay, no break, serving Taylor himself, make no mistake. The DOJ said they controlled folks' lives, where they slept, where they stayed, if they could survive. Couldn't leave the house without a yes. Every move watched tight, no time to rest. Even worse, reports say women were sent, escorted to Taylor, its sinister intent, and told to take Plan B when the night was through. A dark kind of ministry that nobody knew. Yo, Luke, help me shed some light on this thing. A federal raid had the church leaders in chains. This 10-count indictment is exposing the games. Their call centers were running on labor for free, and volunteers trapped with nowhere to flee. Lives held under control, no freedom, no say. Victims confined and forced to stay. Women were coerced, reports turned grim. The Plan B pills can't hide that sin. This is the Blue News. Anything can happen in a day. Well, y'all, we gon' do it again, same time, same place. And we'll do it, this is on the show. Sway, 'cause this has been the Blue News. Oh, yeah.
Well, all right. Come on now. We need everybody to bring your energy because it's time to start the Sandra Show.
Yes! Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Sandra Show. Y'all make some noise for my band, your band, our band, for the culture! Make some noise! Listen, it's so great to see y'all, and it's so great to be seen. Which is
not viewed.
To be alive. Indeed. Listen, y'all, today's show is all about the power of being seen. So go ahead and get all comfy.
Okay.
Grab your bubbly beverage.
Yeah.
And let's get this show started. Let's get it started. Woo. So, y'all, success looks glamorous from the outside, right? The titles, the wins, the recognition. But what we don't talk about enough is the cost of that success for women. The world applauds your toughness, your ability to push through, your strength in rooms that weren't built for you. But when you're always on, always armored up, always in survival mode, where does your softness go? So many women in business are celebrated for what they do, but silently grieve the parts of themselves they've had to bury just to be taken seriously. The laughter that quieted, the femininity they tucked away, the vulnerability they learned to treat like weakness. Tonight, we're pulling back the layers. We're talking about the weight of ambition, the loneliness of always being strong, and the courage it takes to protect your softness in a world that demands hardness. Because real power isn't just in the deals you close, it's in refusing to lose yourself while you're chasing success. Y'all, please welcome to the lavender couch, Miss Victoria Sky. Welcome to the show. You look fabulous.
Thank you. So do you. You look awesome.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You're so welcome. So we have so many questions for you, a successful woman in the business world, and being able to manage it and still maintain that softness. As a woman in business, Victoria, people often expect you to be tough, unshakable, unstoppable, and always on. Do you remember the first time you realized the world wouldn't allow you to just be soft?
Well, honestly, that's been my entire life. You know, I had to learn how to be a beast of a boss, but also a beast of a person to be, you know, resilience became my superpower at a very early age. So, you know, I had to beat a lot of odds and stereotypes for, you know, my life, my previous life, and build myself up to the woman that I am today. So, you know, I tell people all the time that you have to sometimes step outside yourself to become yourself.
Ooh,
you know,
that's so true.
The version that I wanted to be, that I knew that I could be, you know, it wasn't based on somebody else's perception, you know, and I had to show that to not just anybody else, but to myself.
To you.
Yeah, so you know, that's a daily life for me.
Every day, it's a daily thing. And when was the last time, like, was it when I was 18, I remember this is how my life began, or this has been my path, or even before then?
Well, I grew up in Water State. I grew up in Water State. I was in foster care from age 3 to 18. I was supposed to be every stereotype and every statistic in the book. I had my first child at 14 years old.
Wow.
While I was in foster care. Some of the things that I experienced in care as a teen parent, nobody should ever experience that.
I believe
so I had to come out of the system showing them that I wasn't going to be on drugs like my parents, that I wasn't going to be an abuser, you know, because I was abused. So it was just breaking, you know, the stereotype and what they call a cycle of abuse or the cycle of life, the generational curses. And so I've been doing that since.
I'm looking at you and smiling because you are truly an overcomer. You truly are. It's a blessing to sit here and talk to you.
Thank you.
In relationships, Victoria, many women who lead in business like yourself struggle to switch off boss mode, right? Yes, okay, she's like, Has your success ever complicated your ability to rest in love, vulnerability, and partnership?
No, you have to find balance. So one thing about me becoming a mother at an early age, I instantly became a nurturer. So I love to nurture, I love to love, I love to give, and it's about finding balance. Now, I can still kind of control the situation, but it's how you do it. You know, you can actually do it with a tone. You can, you know.
It's true. It's true. You got to know how.
So you can still be soft and still dominate.
Emotional intelligence while you're, you know, doing the thing. So success sometimes demands that women move in rooms with masculine energy. I'm sure you find yourself there a lot, like I do. You're commanding, direct, forceful. Have you ever felt like you had to silence parts of your femininity just to be taken seriously?
No. And the reason why is because I will always be myself. I like to show people that you can still be a beast of a boss and still be graceful with it.
I love that.
You don't have to let other people change your demeanor and change your personality just based on, you know, how they're making you feel.
So you show up every day authentically.
I show up as my authentic self every single day.
Amazing.
I fought hard for this woman I am today.
You fought for it.
Yes, to become this
because
woman.
there was times when you didn't show up authentic you.
Where I was silenced, where I couldn't speak, you know, so now I show up as me. And what's not for me will exit, and what's for me will always align.
I love that. What's not for you will exit, and what's for you will align. That's powerful. For the women watching who feel like they must choose between power and peace, what have you learned about creating success without losing that authenticity, that softness that you have?
You have to tell yourself that you really can have it all.
You have to tell yourself that you can have it all.
You have to, yes. I mean, because when you start limiting yourself, you start putting, boundaries in front of you. You can use every opportunity as a stepping stone or a stumbling block. So for me, I tell myself I can have it all. I can be dominant. I can be soft.
Yes.
I can step in the room and command the room with just my presence before I even speak.
Really don't have to
But
say
you have
anything.
to learn how to do that. You have to, you have to train your mind to understand that you do not have to really change. You can be yourself.
And people will
And you
receive
have to own it.
Because you have to love you before you want somebody else to love you.
And you have to accept yourself before you want other people to
that is
accept
so
you as
true.
well.
That is so true. Tell us about your business and what you do.
All right, so I am what you consider a serial entrepreneur.
Uh-huh.
I am a property investor. I have over $1 million in real estate.
Excellent.
I am a co-owner and business owner of several businesses. I am also a transformational speaker.
Excellent.
But my most recent venture that I got into, I am the first Black female in Tampa to own a spirit brand with products made in Tampa.
That's amazing.
And-
Congratulations.
thank you.
The first,
The first.
okay? We love the first and we congratulate you and
Thank
wish
you.
you continued success
Thank
in
you.
everything that you do. Would you please take a moment and give me 10 seconds and do Dear Me? What would you tell the younger you?
That, wow, yeah. That everything is gonna be all right.
Everything.
I used to hate hearing that when I was younger. That was something that was just a common thing to say when you're going through things. Oh, don't worry about it, it'll be all right. And honestly, when I was 22, I wrote a book saying, I can't take another, don't tell me everything will be all right. And now that I'm 40, I can actually look back at myself and say, hey, yeah, everything's gonna be all right.
I love that. That's beautiful. Thank you
you.
so much. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back for the culture. Thank you. Sandra Show. Listen, y'all, so many Black men spend their lives in silence, working hard, carrying families, leading communities, sacrificing pieces of themselves, yet rarely being seen. Too often, their brilliance is overlooked until the eulogy. But what happens when we stop waiting for funerals and start celebrating men while they're alive? Why does recognition matter? Because it tells a man his sacrifices weren't invisible. that his presence is powerful, and that his excellence is worth honoring. And when a black man is finally seen, not for the stereotypes, not for survival, but for his strength, his leadership, his legacy, it doesn't just lift him, it lifts generations. Tonight, y'all, we're diving into the power of being seen and the healing, the responsibility, and the legacy that comes with it. And tonight we have two powerful voices here to help us unpack it all. Please welcome out Mr. Rich Black and Bishop Neil C. Ellis. How are you, sir? God bless you. Good to see you. Please have a seat, gentlemen. My goodness, we are blessed and highly favored today to have y'all.
Receive.
Indeed. Thank you and welcome.
Enjoying your music?
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. And listen, this is not a shameless plug. Pastor Bishop, it's all available on all platforms. It's available.
I got it.
Indeed, indeed. Again, welcome. Mr. Black, I'd love to start with you. You created this platform to celebrate Black men. What moment in your life made you realize this type of recognition was desperately needed?
Well, first of all, let me say thank you for having us. Can I give a shout out to our girl?
Yes, you may.
Brenda March.
Come
shout
on,
out.
Brenda
shout
March.
Out, Brenda
Hello
March.
there, the one and only.
Onyx Magazine team.
Onyx.
Shout out.
Yes, Onyx Magazine. We love your magazine.
We're just excited, and we thought about it. Oftentimes, we have a lot of folks who do the heavy lifting, but they're never recognized.
So true.
And we find that this happens in vulnerable communities often too much. And so we decided with Onyx Magazine, after a successful run of our Women on the Move, that we would celebrate the fellas.
Yes.
We didn't really think that it would come through, but it's now one of our biggest and most celebrated initiatives.
We love to see our men shine. All right. Congratulations.
We feel all right when we say
Yes, exactly. Well, you guys are always lifting us up. So it's great that you've created this platform for men. Too often, we wait for funerals to give men their flowers. I'm sure Bishop can attest to this. How intentional was it for you, Mr. Black, to build something that honors men while they're still alive to receive it?
You know, when you think about it, oftentimes we see men of color, 6 o'clock news, it's always the negative. And I had a friend of mine who was a reporter, and she says to me, I said, you know, we're having the Eagles art contest in the park. And she says, Rich, let me tell you, that doesn't sell. We don't get ratings.
Oh.
So I said, well, you know, we have a couple of men who are doing some things and they're mentoring. That doesn't sell.
Oh.
So it said to me that, well, if not me, then who? If not now, then when?
Exactly.
So with a voice and a platform, I thought that it was important that we use that to basically control our narratives and
Yes.
speak out and say, we matter.
Exactly.
And
And
we
how
do.
many years have you had this particular program in place?
Six years and
6
counting.
years.
And
That's
this
amazing.
year, we think that will probably just go through the stratosphere. So
Oh,
we're
of course
excited.
it will.
Well, we got our Man of the Year, so
I love it.
that's an
And we are
awesome
honored
piece.
to have the bishop here. As soon as they get his microphone working, I can't wait
yeah,
to
get
ask
that.
him all the
Oh, yeah, get that.
questions
Oh, yeah,
that
get
we
that
need to
microphone
ask
working.
him. Indeed, indeed. So I'll ask you this one, Mr. Black, while they're fixing that. As the visionary, what has been the most emotional moment for you since starting Men of Honor? When you looked out and thought, wow, this is bigger than me.
4 o'clock on the day of the celebration, we bring the men and what we call the mentees together. And the first year we did it, it was such an emotional gathering because the men actually saw themselves as some of the children, as they heard the stories and some of the things they had gone through.
Yes.
But the young kids saw possibilities.
Yes.
And we saw them come together and they began to hug. And you remember the Barack Obama photo where they just hug and
Yes.
everyone is, they put all of the kids in the middle and they hug and they pray.
Oh, that's so powerful.
And that's when I said, this is going to work.
Yes.
This is going to work.
Yes,
We got
it's
it.
working.
We got it.
Amen. Amen. So, Bishop, woo, yes. Your
Couldn't wait
life.
to see you.
I know. We're
Oh
so
man, I've told
excited
him
to have
everything
you here.
about you, right?
Oh, thank you so much. And vice versa.
I did my work. I did my
Yes,
work.
you definitely have done that, and we've done ours. And Mr. Black shared everything about you. What an incredible man you are. So your life's work has been about building leaders and expanding kingdom principles across the globe.
Right.
When you see an event like Men of Honor, honoring Black men, what does it stir up in you spiritually?
Well, you know, of course, when God created this world, when he started out as a living human being, he started with a man.
Yes, he did.
Not that man was over woman, but in terms of theological creative
Yes.
structure,
Yes.
that's where it started.
Yes.
And so whenever a man is elevated, a family is elevated.
Yes.
Whenever a man is edified, a generation is preserved.
Yes.
So we celebrate men and women, of course. That special angelic portion of man. She's the female version of man.
Yes.
But of course, woman was the person God created to continue this race.
Yes.
But man gives the seed, man gives the sperm.
Come on now.
So whenever a man is elevated, it puts a real black eye in the work of the kingdom of darkness. Because one of the things the devil targets is the downgrading of men. Not because he's after that man, but he's after the next generation. Whenever you damage a man, you damage
You
a
damage
generation.
a generation, yes.
And so when you see a person like Rich Black and the Onyx magazine group elevating men, it's not just some men they're elevating. They're elevating an entire generation.
Yes, that's powerful.
Oh, wow, that looks like a hoop coming down.
No, no.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. No,
Rich,
I just have to tell you real quick, I'm a PK now.
You're a PK.
My father was a bishop.
Oh,
before
my
he passed
goodness.
away, so
Oh, wow.
all of this over here is real.
Look here, y'all, please. I'm going to take a text in a minute.
Take it, Doc. Take it.
So, Bishop, you've mentored countless men in faith and leadership. What do you believe is the greatest struggle that Black men face in being fully seen for who they are?
You know, the fact that the devil is very calculative. He's very manipulative.
Yes, he is.
And he's very destructive. So he has an intentional plot against the power of manhood. And so for the last 20, 30 years in particular, there has been this calculated move to, one, redefine the family, and consequently redefine the role of the man in the family. So when you get the opportunity to mentor Black men, white men, children, boys, you get a chance to shift the entire trajectory of the upcoming generation.
Yes.
You remember when Jesus was a little baby, and Herod did all he could to destroy Jesus? What was the purpose of that? This was a little boy. He was trying to destroy
The generation
man.
that was coming.
Yes,
Yes.
but and in addition to trying to kill the next generation, Jesus was a little baby, and he was so prepared to destroy Jesus, he was prepared to kill out all the little boys Jesus' age. So what really messed up the enemy was not Jesus himself. He was a little child, but it was his potential.
The potential of the generation coming.
Yes, and that's what the enemy, I believe, has been after over the last 30 years.
To snuff it all out.
Yes, it's going to take strong men
Yes.
to stand in the gap for the generation coming behind. What promotes men to do things like that is when somebody pauses and says, I see what you've been doing.
You. Yes.
I recognize you, and I want to bring you to the forefront for a moment and honor you
Yes.
and celebrate you. that pushes a man to go back and say, not under my watch. There will not be another young man, another part of my generation destroyed. And so the whole idea of mentoring and grooming and raising up young men in this generation is not only for this generation, it's to protect the next one that's coming behind.
Yes.
The potential.
Well, the responsibility is in very good hands with you gentlemen, and we thank you so much for that. It is time for us to say goodbye. It's that time already. When is your next event? Tell us about your event quickly.
The event is September 26th, kickoff reception, September 27th. You can get information at onyxmoh.com, onyxmenofhonor.com.
Excellent.
And we look forward to celebrating. Tickets are on sale for the reception, $30.
And that's a great price. Y'all, please go and check out the tickets.
For the reception.
For the reception. And get as many tickets as you can for whatever they're doing and support. God bless you. Until next time, we'll see you back here on...
Thank y'all so much for coming. All right, everybody at home, do this for me. Now, let's just scan that QR code at the